Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for England versus Italy in the Nations League. It's the latest of our close season watch-alongs. Been a bit mixed with England so far. Not great at all against Hungary and defeated in that first game. Against Germany, I feel bit lucky to get away with a draw in that one. So we're hoping for a better performance. And it is Italy, of course, England's conquerors in the Euro 2020, obviously played in 2021 final. It is at the Molineux. Sadly, it is behind closed doors as well for reasons I'm sure we're all well aware of. Let me know your thoughts. We'll go through the teams. We've got plenty of time before a 7:45 kickoff. We've got about 25 minutes to talk through all the changes. There's a few fringe players going to get a chance tonight for England. There's 9 changes for Italy as well. So there's certainly a chance for England to get the win tonight. Let's say some hellos in the chat. Welcome, Lucy, AFCB James, Ewan, Bits, Anir, welcome. Stephen, Barry, Serpents, Mike, welcome. MRR. Right. First request, hit that like button and we'll see if we can get as many of those as possible. We can already see 16 likes, and let's see if we can get up to 20 or 25. So some interesting team news. As ever, it's England. So the overwhelming sort of discourse tends to be negative. People are very, very negative about England. So I'll always try and come from the positive point of view. A lot of whining and moaning about back threes, if that's a problem for you. Back four again tonight. And a few of the players, England fans tend to obsess about players who are not playing, assuming that all ills will be solved by taking someone who's not playing and putting them in the team. Well, 4 of those players, Abraham, Ward-Prowse, Tamori and Ramsdale, are going to get a start tonight. Get your comments in on the team. We will get it up for you right now. I haven't pressed the button right, have I? There we go. Should be able to see that if I scroll up now. So there is your England team. Aaron Ramsdale of Arsenal gets a go in goal over Jordan Pickford. Arguably, he's first reserve, and you would assume if Pickford's fit in November, he'll start the first World Cup game. But when you get your chance, you got to impress, because you never know as a keeper when you're going to be needed. Ramsdale's had a good season, his first season after the transfer from, where was he? Bournemouth and then Sheffield United, wasn't he? At the back, the fullbacks are Reece James down the right. He's a little bit sleepy in that performance, the substitute cameo against Hungary, wasn't he? Conceded the penalty, so he'll have plenty to prove to us. He's a much better player than that, isn't he? Kieran Trippier starts down the left-hand side. Southgate loves certain of his lieutenants, and Trippier is one of them. Maguire is the left-sided centre-back, and Fikayo Tomori, who we saw plenty of in the Championship when he was over on loan at Darby from Chelsea. He's off playing for Milan at the moment. I think they won the Championship, didn't they, in Serie A? So good to see Tomori getting a go at centre half. That's the back four and keeper. In central midfield, obviously Calvin Phillips got a knock, didn't he, in Germany? So James Ward-Prowse, who's an even better set play taker than Kieran Trippier, I would suggest, is partnering Declan Rice. So that'll be a different balance, maybe a bit more of a, I don't know, how would you compare Calvin Phillips and James Ward-Prowse? A bit more of a number 8 compared to a deep line playmaker, joiner-upperer like Calvin Phillips is. Jack Grealish, who was excellent off the bench, wasn't he, against Germany? He's playing down the left. Mason Mount is in the 10 position. He's one of the players that seems to be a lightning rod for angry England fans. Him and Maguire, I'm sure, will be getting it in the comments at various points. So will Raheem Sterling, who never seems to let England down over the last couple of years, but for some reason seems to irk a lot of England fans. He's the captain as well tonight in the absence of Harry Kane. And look up top, There is Tammy Abraham, who's obviously had a very good season for Roma. Again, covering the Championship. We saw him, well, we've seen him a few times, haven't we? Did he do a whole season for Bristol City? Aston Villa as well, got promoted with them, didn't he? Chelsea had a bit of a bash under Lampard at the top level, but doing well with Jose Mourinho and Roma. Get your thoughts in on that England 11. Lots of moaning about 3 at the back, so it's a back 4 again. I'm sure people will moan about Maguire and Mount and Stirling, but, water is wet in other news. Hopefully, the moany people will be pleased to see Fikayo Tomori, James Ward-Prowse, Tammy Abraham, because obviously it's all about players who are not playing for England rather than players who actually are. But let's hope those boys all have good games and boost their chances and, raise themselves in the expectations of Gareth Southgate and the management team. Obviously, Ramsdale as well in goal. I'll go to your comments in just a sec on the team. On the bench, Pickford, Pope, Stones, Gray. So that their Pope and Gray haven't got in over this UEFA Nations League. Cody, Wolves player at the Wolves Stadium. Walker, Bellingham, Bowen. Conor Gallagher hasn't got a go yet. So hopefully we'll see Gray and Gallagher off the bench at some point. Saka. Phillips looks fit to make the bench then. Interesting. And Harry Kane, obviously, we'll likely see him maybe 65, 70, 75 minutes in. Right. Let's have a look at your comments then on the England team. Where shall we? What have we got? Evening, Ben. Have you seen our starting 11? Only 3,000 in attendance. Will that help or hinder England? Who knows? One of the two for sure, won't it? 4-1 says Eugene. Any comments in the team? Welcome, Simon. Welcome, Helen. Welcome, Eugene. Tom, I don't feel like Mount does it international level the same way as Foden does. I think Mount does a lot of the hard yards and the triggering of presses and things that maybe we don't get to notice when we're not at the games. But certainly it's always Mount, Maguire, Mings, if he's anywhere. It's always the same players that get complained at for sure. Peter, going to keep nagging to a show on the National League. Well, thank you very much, Peter. It's time, isn't it? It's time. What else have we got here in the chat? LA Prodigy. Hope England can make something happen. Not hope out on a penalty. It's time England performance of goals. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And hopefully the fella I'm seeing on the screen at the moment, Jack Grealish, he was excellent off the bench the other night. Come on, Wales, says Nick. Absolutely. Well done to Wales for getting across to the World Cup. Simon, happy to see Ward-Prowse getting a run out. He's been so consistent, deserves his chance. Yeah, I think he's definitely in the mix there in the squad in the centre midfield spots. Mike, team selection seems to confirm how most value this competition. Yeah, and Southgate was saying in the presser, Mike, wasn't he, about the turnaround between the games being pretty fast, and that insipid performance against Hungary looked very knackered, didn't it? So yeah, I'm not too surprised. Revenge. I'm not sure if that's the best emotion, Lucy, but there we go. Finally, we see the players who we want to see. So, well, exactly. If you want to see them, they need to prove themselves, don't they? Rich, welcome, mate. A bit of an uninspiring light. Do we care about the Nations League? I think a win would do well for Southgate tonight. Good to get minutes. And yeah, those boys down there, absolutely. Jim, how about not complaining and get behind? Come on, Jim. It's England. 2 out of every 3 comments have to be complaining, don't they? What's the point playing this at Wolves when nobody is well, that's a bit unlucky on Wolves' count, isn't it? But what are you going to do? I think it's good to get the games going around the country again. Right, let's have a look at this Italy team. 9 changes as well. So a few comments about how Mancini and Southgate are valuing the competition. Well, not going with their first teams, and lots of big names not around tonight. Donnarumma is one big name, the big keeper who was so good in the penalty shootout, wasn't he, in the final? He's in goal, the PSG keeper. Left back is DiMarco of Inter. Serbi, who we saw kind of as a reserve behind Chiellini and Bonucci in the Euros. He's the left centre back. Gatti of Juventus. I believe he's been out on loan this season, but he's a Juventus player. He's the other centre half. Di Lorenzo did actually play quite a lot in the Euros. Do you remember Spinazzola, the first choice right back? He was absolutely brilliant, wasn't he? But he got himself injured. That is the back four. And, it's not Chiellini, Bonucci, Spinazzola, etc. So, England should be able to get at them. In central midfield, Locatelli is a very decent player. Again, he's not Barella or Verratti, but Locatelli plays for Juve. Tonali, to his left, plays for Milan, and Frattesi for Sassuolo. That is the central midfield three. Central striker is Scamacca of another Sassuolo player, so two of them in. Pessina down the right. We have to have an Atalanta player, don't we? It's an international watch-along, isn't it? Pellegrini down the left-hand side, another one of Giuseppe Mourinho's Roma players. So if anyone's got any thoughts on the Italian team, but those names that really did for us, Chiesa, Bonucci, Chiellini, Barella, Verratti, etc., then they're not there. Let's see if they're on the bench actually. But those were the boys. Well, I can see a couple of them on the bench. But this is the Italian bench there: Golini, Mere, Scalvini, Florenzi, Calabria, Felipe. There is Barella, who was tremendous in the Euros, wasn't he? Esposito, Cristante, Raspadori, Politano, Gonto down the bottom. Give your thoughts on the Italy team, but 9 changes there. So surely a chance for England to get themselves a win. Let me just bring up the Nations League group as it stands. Obviously, Italy are at the top of it on 4 points there. So an England win would tie them with Italy. The Hungarians play the Germans. Is that tonight? Let's have a look up here before we get to some more of your comments. Yes. So going alongside this game, if I click that button, Hungary versus Germany. They played in the Euros, didn't they? And I think Hungary gave a really good account of themselves. Let's get some comments here. All about game time. Are these games not important preparation for the World Cup? Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Get some minutes into some guys. Get them, nice to get Abraham a goal, a Grealish an assist or something. Ramsdale a clean sheet. Those would all be good things. What else have we got? Is this tournament just to stop more friendlies? I think it is, James. I think it's so they don't seem like friendlies, but we all know that they are friendlies, don't we? And you can see when they're making 9 changes. So, Jim, changes. If you want your comment read out, quote David Bowie lyrics, and it will guarantee to get it read out there. Well done, Jim. Mr. E have stayed in tonight. So Mr. E, his phone went off in his pocket. He presumably had YouTube on, and my voice was playing. So imagine having voices in your head, and imagine them being my voice as well. But yes, excellent. Adrian Scamacca is a beast up top, 6'5" in striker with great technical ability. I assume Fikayo Tomori have played against him before over in Serie A. He and Harry Maguire will have their work cut out. Lorenzo Pellegrini scored against Leicester, the Roma forward attacker. He's playing down the left-hand side in the Europa Conference League. I don't understand the format. So, Bits, I think we've got 4 games this month. I think there's then some in September, and then the quarters and semis and finals, I think, are 2023. So after the World Cup. So, like a few of the comments have said, it's just padding out the calendar, so it's not all friendlies, isn't it? Hungary would have gone through. Oh, I remember. Was that one of those games, Annie, where the positions were changing in the things every second? That was great. What else have we got in the chat. Fancy 2-1 Italy. Southgate getting dug out by Mark from Coventry on Talk Sport. Does he not like him? There we go. JC, hoping it's not much of a snooze fest as the others have been. It will be good if Southgate gives them freedom to express themselves. I think the players will be hungry to take their opportunity. I think we could probably all get behind that sentiment. It would be nice to see those fullbacks getting forward, to try and see the central midfielders, playing vertically, and Grealish on the ball, dribbling, Stirling up and supporting and running in behind as he's so good at. Tom, it was to give more meaning to friendlies. I don't think that's really worked as planned. It's hard to say, isn't it? When it gets to the quarters and the semis, it does. But in these group phases, it doesn't really, does it, Tom? I think I agree with you. What else have we got in the chat here? Really poor. Italy side should be winning 2-0. I hope so. I very, very much hope so. Adrian, Trippier or James Ward-Prowse for free kicks. You'd imagine that they'll share them, but you'd imagine if it's a shot on goal, it'll probably be Ward-Prowse, and if it's crosses, it will be Trippier. If England do win, then it's Bingley-Menley. What is Bingley Mega Chippy? I've heard about this place, but is that like one of Johnny Depp's mega pints as well? Amanda, hoping this match doesn't send me to sleep. No, it's going to be great. You stick with the watch along. We're going to have a fun old time, aren't we? 9 minutes to kick off. Keep your comments coming in. We are on 31 likes, so I would love it. And let's do a proper like spike. If you were to hit the like button, we'll see if we can get as many likes as we can. We're on 31. It'd be great to get up to 50. It helps us really greatly in the sort of YouTube rankings and all of that good stuff. So, do hit that like button, and we'll see if we can get us up towards 50, go up those rankings. And we need to say a big thank you to our good friend, a good old Italian name, actually, Luca. He's our fan sponsor over on Patreon. Lots of good stuff going on Patreon at the moment. Big thank you to Luca. He's on the tier where you actually sponsor a show. You have your own show, and all the watch-alongs are sponsored by Luca. Bits has done one as well. We thank all the people who've supported. A couple of shows have gone up early. There's the extended version of the Q&A I did with Shaylee the other day, the non-football Q&A, and we're hoping to make Patreon really good value. So if you want to support the channel, it'll always be free here on YouTube, of course, but you can do so over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Right. That should have given time to get some comments in. What am I drinking? Look how boring I am, Rich. I had a glass of Merlot with my dinner, but that looks weird. Look at my thumb. The size of my thumb through the water. My thumb is not freakishly long. Yeah, I'm on the water tonight, I'm afraid. How many pints have I had this week then? I've got to get on the water tonight. Right, what have we got here? The flag on Molineux is not Italy, it's Ivory Coast. Is it? Bit of a faux pas, isn't it? Having a Saturday night takeaway. What did I have for dinner? I had fajitas. Very nice too as well. Shaylee made them. A massive chippy in Coventry, the size of a Tesco Extra. Binley Mega Chippy. Interesting. England 6, Italy. Well, I'm sure we'd all take that as the players line up there in the tunnel. There's Steve Bauer and Graham Lasso. Everyone knows what Binley Mega Chippy is except me. Maybe I need to go to Coventry game. Did I go to Waitrose and get the wine? Chateau de Co-op, I'm afraid, for this wine. Thank you, everybody, on this chippy stuff that I don't have TikTok. I sound really old, don't I? Right. Jack, come on, England. Absolutely. Has the Nations League impacted the likelihood of European nations facing South American, African ones in friendlies? I don't know. We used to get a couple of those type friendlies, didn't we? It's only normally quite close to a major tournament that do play the South American or the African boys, don't they? But, obviously this keeps it all in-house in the European sort of setting. Piri chicken and rice today. Do it, Zane. Love to see it. So what's the deal then? They let some kids in. Are we saying that kids are more responsible than adults? I mean, that's cool if they let some kids in. Are they English kids or Italian kids? Hard to tell. I can see lots of blue shirts. So, yeah, there we go. John, I've been seeing which sports arena is that in your picture, John? I'm sure I probably asked you that before. Hoping to see Abraham and Tamori, good games. Both of you. Yeah, we're all got our fingers crossed for those two fellas. Obviously met in the Championship playoff final, didn't they, in 2019? Abraham for Villa and Tamori for Darby, the game that sent those two clubs in particularly different directions. Vindaloo liking our lineup tonight. Fancy our chances. Maybe Southgate will answer some recent criticism in the process. Good to see Politano. Yeah, he's been on good form for Italy, hasn't he? On the bench. What else have we got here in the chat? Come on, England. We need a win. We do, don't we? That would calm everything down. I mean, I joke about England, and I'm not having a pop because we're all England fans, aren't we? But genuinely, the only thing that works for England is they have to win every game by over 2 goals. Else, things get like that. I remember even when we had Capello. Obviously, Capello was completely rubbish in major tournaments, but won like every single game in qualifying. That's the only way to have people not moaning. Is that big Scamaccia then? He's blooming huge, isn't he? As the Italians. This is a shame, isn't it? Because the Italian national anthem is a great part of European football. All the fans and players properly go for it, don't they? All the English kids are supporting Italy. There we go. Just having a catch up with Today at the Test. I know nothing. The Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. Very nice too, John. England 1, Italy 0. Hope you're right. Actually, go on, get predictions in here. 9 changes for Italy, so maybe some chances for an England victory. Hands up, he's been in the top corner of that new stand at Wolves behind the goal. Which one? I've been in the Steve Bull one. I saw Ipswich lose there. Who scored? The lad who went to Fulham. Portuguese winger, plays for not Helder Costa. Ivan Cavaliero scored, I think, if I remember it correctly. I went years ago, Kevin Muscat. Remember him? Serves you right for Muscat. He scored a 30-yarder, didn't he? So there we go. Oh, look, there's Shaylee. Everybody say hello to... Shaylee might be in the bath, actually. You in the bath, Shaylee? Reply if you're in the bath. If you're not, don't. But do say hello to Shaylee. And Enid's next door in bed, having a sleep now. Some of the singing very serious. They love it, don't they, Amanda? They love it. Adam, I like your channel as well. Thank you very much, Adam. It's very, very kind. There is Raheem Sterling captaining England tonight. He's not let us down in the last couple of years, Sterling, as he probably deserved with the armband, although he doesn't know which way he's going to shake hands with everybody. We can be heroes. It's still weird not seeing Buffon in goal for 20 years with the same keeper, wasn't it? Right. Hello, Shaylee. Shaylee's in the bath by the sounds of it. Bath selfie. Behave bits. Hello from Helen and from Annie. England 2, Ivory Coast 1. Are we getting confused with all the flags now? Hi from Amanda as well. Looks like Channel 4 have got all of these Nations League. I don't know if they got the ones in September, Luke, but it's probably not their fault. But the coverage against Hungary was we didn't get any replays for a lot of stuff, did we? Which was a bit annoying. Referee Simon Marciniak. Excuse my Polish. I need help from Mike or Lee if they're in the chat. They've both got Polish wives, so they'll help me with my Polish pronunciation. Right. Got you laughing. Job done. There we go. 0-0. I blooming hope not, Jim. This is my Saturday night. I need some goals for a Saturday night. 50 likes, everybody. Thank you very, very much. Right. Let's bang through these teams one more time in the Nations League. It is England versus Italy. Can I call it a repeat of the Euro final? It's not really, is it? All the players are different. Ramsdale in goal for England. James and Trippier, the fullbacks. Maguire and Tamori, centre halves. Rice and Ward-Prowse is a double pivot. Grealish left, Sterling right. Mount 10, Abraham up top. For Italy, Donnarumma in goal. Di Lorenzo and DiMarco, the fullbacks. Gatti and Acerbi. 9 changes for Italy. Frattesi, Locatelli, Tonali, central midfielders. Pessina right, Pellegrini left, Scamaccia up the top. Right. Let's get this going. The players take the knee against all forms of discrimination. And England in white shorts, which is going to trigger a lot of England fans, isn't it? Kick off, long ball forward, looking for Abraham, and the Italians get the head on that. Rice sweeps it up, Trippier inside. So we're watching on Channel 4 HD. We'll give you a time sync as soon as possible. It's more fun if we're all lined up. So if you're watching on all 4 or through your smart TV, you might be slightly behind the normal TV feed. So just pause me for however many seconds when we do the time sync, and we should get it all lined up. What happened to Pickford, Helen? Oh, Donnarumma nearly gets caught by Abraham there. I think he's just having a rest, isn't he? Pickford in goal. We need goals, even though the chat certainly keeps me entertained. Very weak defence for Italy. Fancy Grealish and Stirling to have a field day. I hope you're right, JC. Hopefully Tammy can get himself on the score sheet. First goal called Tammy. We all want to see Tammy score, don't we? Obviously, Kane's going to start in the World Cup, isn't he? But it'd be great to have a reliable presence. Maguire, a bit of a hospital ball out there to Reece James. Have played that out well there through Ward-Prowse. Here's a good carry by, I think it's Mount, travelling down the right. Mount does well. That's not a foul, is it? I think he's trying to draw a foul. James, his clubmate, can't keep it in, and the Italians have it now. Can they switch this right? And they've got a little bit of space opening up. Di Lorenzo, out it goes to Pessina. He comes inside. Oh, nice little ball through. It's a huge chance for the Italians. What a miss. Oh, Frattesi should have put the Italians 1-0 up. It's a hell of a ball through. I think, was it Pessina who played it through? Lovely one round the corner. Completely ripped to shreds there, the England defence. And it should be 1-0 to Italy. There's a bad miss by Frattesi. Should we give Ramsdale some credit? Comes out, narrows the angle, but he shouldn't have a chance of saving that. Ramsdale, should he? And yes, big chance there for the Italians. Eek, oof. Left foot finish needed. Yeah, he could have just angled that in the Rich. He could have gone near post along the floor. He could have gone high to the keeper's right. Could have gone through the legs. Could have drawn him for the dink. Could have gone across into the far corner. He's got to score that, hasn't he? Oh dear. Bad start for England. Harry Ramsdale, prone to chips. You love to see it. We survived there. Yes, we did. Indeed. Jeez. Yeah, it's just a lovely little feed round the corner, wasn't it? It was Pessina who played it through, wasn't it? Just no eyes, straight through, and yeah, not a good start. I know we get lots of whinging and whining about back threes and wing backs, but a little bit more open in this 4-2-3-1, isn't it? Let's hope it pays dividends going the other way. Bocca, smash them likes, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. 56 likes. Outstanding. Has Abraham drawn a foul there off Gatti? Yes, he has. So this will be a chance. We'll get to answer that question. I think it was Adrian who was asking Ward-Prowse or Trippier. Ward-Prowse is very much taking charge of this one by the look of it. It's a long way out, but he's one of the best free kick takers in the Premier League. Ward-Prowse. When new kits released, Callum, lots of them are out already. We've seen some nice ones coming out already. We'll do a review on the channel when all the kits are out. So it's set up for Ward-Prowse to flow in. Looking for Maguire on the far post. Going to run for Grealish. Grealish knocks that one back. Mount curls it straight into the arms of big Donnarumma. The immovable object in goal there for the Italians. Gareth Southgate hands in pockets. He will not be happy with the way that big chance was conceded. Just a fairly simplistic move. Oh, Donnarumma's caught playing out. Abraham. Oh, it's gone wide. It's a goal kick, actually. It's the second time Donnarumma's looked particularly dodgy with the ball at his feet. What happened here? So he takes one. Oh, no. It's just a terrible ball from Donnarumma into a Serbi. Complete hospital ball, isn't it? Oh, no, sorry, into Locatelli. Dreadful play by Donnarumma. Locatelli does well in the end, but very sleepy start defensively by both teams, isn't it? Not clever at all. As Neil Warnock said, you've got to effing die to get 3 points. Oh, yes, you have. I don't know about World Cup kits, Callum, but we'll review them as well. They're always good fun. I think Trevor is class at dead bulls. So is Trent. Wales 1, Belgium 0. Woof. What else is going on tonight? Let me just get all of the fixtures up. It looks like the Welsh have taken the lead. Ethan Ampadu has scored in that one. Having a lovely old time at the moment. Wales. Everything else is 0-0. Remember, in England's group, Hungary and Germany are playing one another. Here's Reece James down the right-hand side. Comments coming in, guys. James in the sunshine. Ward-Prowse, a bit slow on the ball there. Gets robbed. Great play by Ward-Prowse. Here comes Fratesi. Feeds that left. You go out to the right-hand side, and this is where the danger came last time, didn't it? Di Lorenzo. The Grealish back covering. And there's that gap again. There's a chasm between Trippier and Tomori at the moment at the back. And we saw Italy do this in the Euros. Do this really well, don't they? To get the full-back high and wide in a back four as well. So then you get your narrow inside forwards and central midfield runners. It got big overloads all the way through. That Spinazzola lad was brilliant in the Euros before he got injured, wasn't he, doing that? Di Lorenzo looks pretty tuned into that manoeuvre as well. Right, we're going to give you a timestamp. Maguire just feeds that one across the box to Trippier. Going to be at 7 minutes. I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Sink. So we're at 7 minutes in this one. England 0, Italy 0. Italy should have been 1-0 up. It's Fratesi who missed a huge chance, didn't he? Abraham nearly snaffled up a really poor pass out from the back by Donnarumma. Just got put off by Locatelli, didn't he, on the way through. Apparently the Wales goal disallowed. Damn. I thought they were having a lovely old time. Still high on qualification for the World Cup. Keep your comments coming. Hungary 1, Germany 0. Let's see if that one gets chalked off as well. The Hungarians put them in the same bracket as the Welsh, having a lovely old time at the moment. Throwing to England down the left, which Trippier is going to take. Trippier taking his sweet time, and it goes to Rice. Give me another throw in. And it comes from Trippier. Mount. Oh, good ball by Mount. Out it goes. Stirling. Stirling puts it in. Mason Mount. Oh, he's unlucky. Hits the crossbar. Abraham heads it on. Really good play by Mount. Both sides of that. He put a lovely ball out. Really good technique there. It's up here when he plays the pass. Stirling doesn't want to play it outside to Reece James. Back into Mount. Does Donnarumma get a fingertip on that? Hits the crossbar. Let's have a look. Hard to see from that angle. Unlucky from Mount. Excellent play. Off the crossbar. Closest England have come. Not quite as straightforward a chance as Fratesi's was. And it's self-made as well by Mount. I'm sure he'll get absolutely no credit in the comments because he's one of the lightning rod players. We don't do praising Mount, do we? At least we're getting chances. Absolutely huge chance. Here is DiMarco, clips it across. Here's Fratesi, who missed that chance. Fratesi inside to Di Lorenzo. He has his cross blocked. Fratesi thought about swinging that in left-footed. Oh, Tomori, poor clearance there. Oh, Di Lorenzo's in off, right across the box there. not the best start by Tamori in this one. We're all behind the players who are sort of the fringe players getting a go tonight, but it's been in that area behind Tamori a couple of times where the Italians have got in. We normally have Harry Maguire playing left centre back, but Tamori is tonight. That's better. Comes out and gets that one. Difficult start at the back for the Milan centre half. Let's hope he grows into it. Here's Di Lorenzo inside. And the Italians are on top now, aren't they? They're the better side. Acerbi, DiMarco back into centre half. Di Lorenzo. Gatti knocks it down the line. Should be 1-1. And Trippier did well not to concede a penalty then, didn't he? Tamori's clearance stitched him up a bit. He just gets his hands up and says, I didn't touch him. And it's poor from Schimmacci, really, because he's got to bust his gut to get into the 6-yard box, hasn't he? And just throw himself at that. And he's got himself a tap in, but 1-1 already, Hungary, Germany. Nice. Not a fan of Italy's lighter shade. That makes me think of a Step song, Richard. That's Deeper Shade of Blue. I'm a deeper shade of blue. I don't know who makes that kit. I don't mind it. Brings out the beautiful tanned complexion of the Italians. I wouldn't look good in it with my pasty English face, would I? Hey? Here's Tamori. Back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale, I don't know, is he trying to clip that into Mount? Looked like it. Grealish, he's barely had a touch, has he? Grealish steps inside. Nice ball to Stirling. Poor touch by Stirling. Tonoli, nice little ball through the line there. Given away, though. Here's Ward-Prowse. Can England counter-attack here? Mount into Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse, good ball that. Grealish knocks it straight back to him, though. And the Italians are back in shape. Maybe we should be watching Hungary versus Germany. No. Absolutely not. Always watch England. Here's Trippier. Mount. Oh, nice ball again from Mount. Good play. Mount driving England forward. It's done well. Grealish down the left. Grealish cuts inside. That's poor ball from Grealish. Ward-Prowse has it telegraphed and bounding out from the back is Pellegrini. He did well there, Pellegrini. Now, relating to tonight's game, never been to Italy before. I'd like to go to Milan before the San Siro is knocked down. I have indeed been to the San Siro, a glorious cathedral of European and world football. England 0, Italy 0. Di Lorenzo has got a throw in. And as a foul, restart for the Italians. Can't take that from over there, Locatelli, can you? And then he lets Tonali take it from nowhere near where it was supposed to be anyway. Anyway, I don't want to be that guy. We all know that guy who goes to the football and sits on the side and literally just tries to get throw-ins to be taken further back. Points every time. Complains about every throw-in that the opposition team takes, not his own team. We all know that guy, don't we? Spends the whole game doing that way. Pessina tries to knock that down the line. Trippier cuts it out. 14 gone, England 0. European champions, Italy 0. Remember, 9 changes for Italy. Starts tonight for England for Ramsdale, Tamori, Ward-Prowse, Abraham. So some of the fringe players getting a chance. Already reasonable chance on goal for Tammy Abraham. This right-hand side of Italy looks very dangerous. And as much as there's a lot of whining and moaning about wing backs and back threes, we look a lot tighter at the back with a wing back and a left-sided centre back than we do tonight without, and with Jack Grealish having to cover down the left-hand side. Yeah, it's me. I'm a throwing pen. Now, you sit behind the goal, Richard. You're safe, aren't you? Also, shout for foul throws. Foul throws haven't existed for 100 years, have they? Never see a foul throw get given. Sanchiro should never be touched. They did what they did with Highbury and kind of build around it. Trippier throw in it comes. Maguire. Nice ball by Maguire to James. Stirling out on the wing. Stirling closer to the goal, don't you? Maguire, Ward-Prowse back into Tamori, to Rice. Italians are all in shape, though, so it would take some pretty decent passing or someone to take someone on for England to create something from this type of situation. There's a good ball, though. Big switch of play. Great control by Reece James. James into Abraham, gets it back. Former Chelsea colleagues, Stirling. Stirling back to James. It's all very nice and all very in front of Italy, though. Rice. Come on. Who's going to play this one through the lines? Maguire. James, excuse me. Maguire. Almost hoping Italy press a little bit more and leave some gaps to play into. It's all very compact, isn't it? Here comes Stirling, though. Stirling into the box. Stirling hits the shot deflected out for a corner. England look most dangerous when either Stirling or Mount are carrying the ball. And obviously, Grealish is probably a better dribbler than both of them. So there's probably something there in those gaps. If they can get those guys on the ball, in ball carrying positions. Corner to England, which James Ward-Prowse is going to take from the left-hand side with the right foot out swinger. Always look for Maguire on these ones. Up goes the hand. Rice goes near post. Here is Rice. Oh, unlucky. Good corner that by England. Declan Rice and James Ward-Prowse knew exactly where that one was going. Do you call that a decent chance? I mean, he's free. It's full on the volley. He's closed down, isn't he? Good corner. They're still playing out from the back, despite Donnarumma's had two shaky moments in the first 17 and a half minutes of this one. England 0, Italy 0. I haven't put the score on the banner. That's not clever, is it? Let's do that. There we go. Lovely. Keep your comments coming. Half chance. Yeah, probably. Maguire, great ball to Grealish. Grealish controls it. Carries it forwards. Comes inside. Grealish out to Mount. Mount on to Trippier. Good football. Trippier back to Mount. Mount to Ward-Prowse. Trippier. They're all holding on to it. Good ball by Trippier into Grealish. The Italians stubborn, though. Trippier. They've worked it well, actually, England. Mount crosses in, though. Poor ball by Mount. Easy gather for Donnarumma. Just that extra edge there. Possession was good. It's when you need someone to carry the ball into the box or stick a good cross in or fire a nice ball through the lines. It just didn't happen, did it? Foul by Trippier on Pessina. And the Italians have a free kick. 19 minutes gone. England 0, Italy 0 at the Molineux with no fans or very few fans. England being punished for infractions. It's a long diagonal one. Famous last words. Scamaccia, the big number 9, has barely had a kick, hasn't he? Netherlands 0, Poland 1. Good fun in the Nations League. Tonight, saw that Norwich have hired the England set-piece coach. worrying for championship teams, that. Marginal gains. Not done a video on the keyboard in a while. Yeah, maybe we should do one. It's close season. Should be doing a Blue Monday video tomorrow, actually. Bits. Keep an eye out for that one. We need Grealish to create something. Though he's already playing. Come on, Jim. You know the rules. If we're talking about England, you have to talk about players who aren't playing. Go on, Poland. Nice. Been offered a 15-year contract. Who has? The coach, free kick coach. Go Italy, Domenico. Each to their own. Matty Cash has scored for Poland. I still can't get over Callum Styles coming on for Hungary the other night. That was good fun, wasn't it? Where does Luke Shaw's early over? I was discussing these early goals in the Croatia game and the Italy games. I heard a lot of theories that England would have been better off not scoring earlier in either of those games and making it more like the Germany game, where it's attritional and you take the lead in the last third of it. Some nice approach by England, all very pretty. Yeah, not that incisive. That one ball by Pessina for that big Italy chance. That's the type of passing you're after. Good to see Callum Styles on the pitch. As Barnsley fans so proud of him. Surely, Samuel, Callum Styles is not going to play in League One for Barnsley, is he? Surely someone will sign him in the Championship. Here's Tamori. Styles will be away this summer. Well, you would think so, GG, wouldn't you? You would think so. Trippier. Fed down the line. Looked like that one went out. Trippier was appealing. Trust the officials on that one. Apparently it didn't go out. Frattesi. Inside to Tonali. Di Lorenzo, Tonali. Frattesi. Pessina. Frattesi. Good tackle. Declan Rice there on the cover. Trippier gets his body in the way. Grealish, cool as you like, plays it into Ramsdale, who is less cool and just boots it out of the ground. I'd take him. I think most Championship clubs would take him. It's been linked to numerous Championship League clubs. Championship League, Championship Club, Champions League. Who wants to be in League One? Nobody. I can tell you that for a fact after 3 years of research. DeMarco. Little dink over. Down the line it goes to Percent. It's a foul by Trippier, isn't it? Free kick to the Italians. 23 minutes gone. 0-0. Big chances for both teams in the first quarter of this one. Frattesi should have scored for Italy. Abraham came close. Mount came close for England. Reasonably even, actually, isn't it? Ball's back with Donnarumma, who's trying to give all the Italian fans a heart attack with his playing out from the back. That was fine. Foul by Mount on Gatti. And Donnarumma, is he trying to be the player who has the most touches in this game? I think he's going to win, isn't he? Him or one of the Italian centre-halves. Scamacci, a nice little layoff to Tonali. DeMarco, Tonali. They well drilled, the Italians, aren't they? Locatelli. Big switch of play. Di Lorenzo. Oh, that's a great cross. Oh, it's brilliant from Italy. Oh, great save, Ramsdale. Would have been a superb goal, that, from Italy. I think it was Tonali arriving on the back post. Cross wasn't for him. I tell you, if that cross was volleyed over and Scamacci had stuck it in, that would have been a hell of a goal. But another good chance for the Italians there. Tonali arriving off the back end of that. Ramsdale makes a really nice save. That's not a good tackle by Locatelli. Might get a yellow card for that. Well played, Ramsdale. Yeah, rightly. Good referee in that. Locatelli slides right through Mason Mount. Let's have a look at this Italian chance. Great football. This big switch of play. Look at that for a cross. Tomori does well, actually. But again, I have to say, he's got to score that, hasn't he? He's nice and cool and calm. He's almost too cool and calm. And we're going to give Ramsdale credit, haven't we? I'll give him Tonali. I'll give him the... Ugh, nasty tackle that. Definitely a yellow card from Locatelli. I'll give him that the ball bounced up at him, but he's 6-8 yards out, 1v1. Two very big chances for the Italians. Great save. It was a good save, wasn't it? But they just haven't had their finishing boots on. This game does show a big worry for England. That's without Kane, who scores for us. And well, we'll find out tonight if anyone get Harry on after an hour. Remedy that. Grealish drifts in. Tonali up the other end gets the clearance. That's poor from Scamaccia. Reece James dives in front of him and robs him of it. Ward-Prowse, Trippier. Ramsdale proving Arsenal don't really need Leno. You fancy him at Fulham, Mike? Here's Trippier. Rice. Tomori. Keep your comments coming in. Stirling. James. Stirling. Should have been some goals in this one with the chances we have had. Abraham. Stirling. I love the way Italian defenders defend. No standing off. Straight into the tackle every time. Grealish. Nice ball around the corner. Mount. Trippier. Rice. Tomori. Maguire to James. Up the line. James to Ward-Prowse. To Tomori. Again, all very neat and tidy. But not terribly penetrative, if that is the appropriate word to use, ever. Rice. Can I do another Q&A with the wife at halftime? If I'm trying to persuade her to get on, tweet her and tell her you want her on the channel, Mark. Ward-Prowse, James, Stirling, James. Oh, really good football, Grealish. Oh, he went with the outside of his right foot there. Given his magnetic control, I wonder whether Grealish could have actually had a touch there before he shot that. It's good football by England. I've been complaining about the penetration, but it was there then, wasn't it? Really good down the right with Stirling and James. This is the issue people have with Southgate, is that when you add up the Chelsea right wing back and the Man City winger, you'd think they should be able to do that, shouldn't they? We haven't seen oh dear, Grealish has gone through his man there. Don't send him off. Good. Yellow card. Well done to the Polish referee there, Grealish. Who did he go through there? Was it Gatti? This is not a good tackle, is it? Actually, on second, it was never going to be a red card. Definite yellow, though, wasn't it? Yeah, I wonder if Grealish could add a touch there. Maybe I'm being unfair. It's good play by James and Stirling, wasn't it? He tries to kind of outside of the foot it into the far corner. Would have been a clever finish. Maybe he could have gone side footer with the right foot there. So Grealish in the book. Locatelli in the book as well for the Italians. Oh, there's that excellent dude. The very well turned out Italian assistant manager whose name I don't know, but who went viral on Twitter every time Italy played with his excellent hair and sunglasses and lovely suit. Q&A live from the bathroom. I've told her and tagged you as thanks, Annie. Can always rely on Annie to get in there, can't you? It's tremendous. Pellegrini just got caught there by Stirling, didn't he? Shielded the ball well. Did the Italian number 10. 29:42 on the clock. It's a slow burner, this one, isn't it, guys? You know where I'm going with that. Gatti into Donnarumma. Close him down. Donnarumma, Acerbi. Nilla. I can't argue, Jim, can I? Can't argue. Genuinely a poor start to the game by Grealish. Not quite. I don't know. Poor. Not his flamboyant best. I would agree with that. All opinions are allowed in the chat. We try and respect everybody's opinion here, don't we? Best dressed manager in football history. You know the game's going when we're on to best. Paul Tisdale. I went and saw MK a few times when Paul Tisdale was their manager. He wasn't there for long either, was he? Ward-Prowse snaps in. Wasn't he? Didn't he just have very natty headwear? Grealish tries to close down Di Lorenzo. I think Stirling as captain probably needs to go and have a word with Grealish and say, look, you're on a yellow card, so just be aware that one bad tackle and you're out of this game. Jack. DeMarco. Sterling back, wins that one, plays it into James, deflects it back. Mr. Reliable. Paul Scholes, yeah. Evening, Dave. Welcome. Ward-Prowse, James, Maguire. Ward-Prowse, nice ball around the corner. James is growing into the game now, isn't he? We're having some good thrust from right back. Sterling tries to play that in behind. Mount is not strong enough there. It wasn't a good ball by Sterling, I have to say. Acerbi does the job. Just knocks him off there. Has it started yet? Endinho. Some people would say it hasn't yet, Endinho. Tisdale wore a beret sometimes. When you say beret, was it the guy who sings Eye of the Tiger? Does he wear a beret in the video? Who is that? Survivor. Oh, that's the same guy who sings the Baywatch theme tune, isn't it? Jimmy Jameson. Some people stand in the darkness. You can hear it, can't you? Rising up, back on the street. There's a huge hoof down the ground. Oh, Tamori's got, he's got just manhandled a bit there by Scamaccia. Harry Maguire has to go across and help him out. Maguire does really well there. Gets a good kick in for it as well. Anyone know any good films to watch? Best way to spend a Saturday night. Come on, it's England. We've got to support our boys, haven't we? But yeah, get your film suggestions in for John. Are you in the camp of enjoying these games or thinking, what's the point in playing? Well, it's a bit different for me, Tom, because I always enjoy them because I get to host the chat, don't I? So I enjoy having this screen and this screen. So, yeah, it's always a bit more enjoyable for me than it is others, I think. Rice tries to drive forward there. He wanted a foul. Doesn't get it all. Tonali, lovely ball down the line. Here comes an Italy counter-attack. Pellegrini knocks that one back to Tonali. Decent defending by England there. Locatelli. England back in shape now. Gatti. Di Lorenzo. Frattesi, Di Lorenzo. That's good by Italy again. Good defending by Ward-Prowse. I like the look of Italy when they build up down that right-hand... Sorry, Italy reserves here when they build up down that right-hand side. Forza Italia. A few Italian fans in here tonight. The European champions. Time for Conor Gallagher. I reckon we will see him, Jim, won't we? As long as you're smiling. There's nothing more I need. There we go. Get to the chopper. There you go. You wanted my impression of it, didn't you? But we're married. Consider this a divorce. So I'm not making light of guns. Just doing my Arnie impression. I'm only here because everyone else is. There we go. I'm not English and shouldn't really care. Stirling cross deflected. James heads it down. Stirling. Ward-Prowse. Rice. Trippier. Grealish. Mount. Maguire. Tamori. Ward-Prowse. Come on, England. Get a bit of pep in this passing. Sterling. 3 touches to control it. And the Italians are just kind of sat in shape, just sort of sweeping everything up, aren't they? Sterling. James. Ward-Prowse. Flick down the line by Trippier. Abraham. It's patient from England. I think we're all feeling a bit patient watching this, aren't we? James, his first touch is brilliant, Reece James, isn't it? Chest that down beautifully. James, excellent play. Mount puts it into the back post. Grealish knocks it back. Oh, well, I mean, well played, England. I was getting very bored with the build-up. They did make a chance at the end of it there. Grealish knocked it across the box. Just need that little bit more quality, don't they? Maguire. Mount. James. Oh, James gives it away. He's been playing well the last 15, 20, Reece James as well. Locatelli. Too strong for Abraham. Locatelli. Oh, that was the right pass. Scamaccia's not having a good game up top, is he? It's just not sticking with him, the big guy. Ward-Prowse, big switch of play. James. England having plenty of possession the last 5 minutes, aren't they? I never realised that the Baywatch... Can someone fact check me on that now? I don't believe it myself. I'm pretty sure the Baywatch theme tune is sung by Jimmy Jameson and he was the singer in Survivor. Am I right about that? Can someone get on Google, please? Someone find John a movie to watch. Although you've got to keep the watch along in the background, John. Have you got Netflix, John? Amazon? Have you got them all? Disney Plus? Although my smart TV is permanently on, what's that thing? Coco Melon. That we sometimes put on for Enid. Not all the time. Frattesi crosses left-footed. Reece James heads it away. Frattesi again. Di Lorenzo. This is this triangle that have been bamboozling England down that left-hand side. I love Jack Grealish. He's a great player, but he needs a bit of protection, doesn't he, in terms of defensive-wise. Are you happy with the arrival of Don Ball? Yes, very much so. And the QPR fans are really cool about it as well. Often when someone leaves a football club, the fans of that club, well, you can make their football fans get very, very tribal and decide that they're going to be very negative about that player. But the QPR fans very positive about Don Ball. Keep your comments coming. Found the cure for insomnia. Just watch this game. It's not the best, is it? I try and keep positive here. Keep that chat ticking over for us then, guys. Keep my interest levels up. Mount, Grealish. Mount hits the shot straight down Donnarumma's throat. Baywatch theme written and performed by Jimmy Jameson. Was it? Yes, there we go. Sensational. I believe he's no longer with us, Jimmy Jameson. Great singer. Sings up there, doesn't he? Did Survivor have any other song? Yes, they did, didn't they? With a burning heart, Don't know the words. Sounds a lot like Eye of the Tiger, to be fair. What does that mean, Margarita? I hope that's not. Is that sweary Italian? Can anyone stick that in Google Translate? Tu ci pensi Vince? I don't know whether it's a chu if it's Italian. I'll get corrected. Well, Jameson didn't sing Eye of the Tiger. Interesting. Who sings Eye of the Tiger then? Sensational. Di Lorenzo. Gatti. Di Lorenzo. Locatelli. Tonoli. Di Lorenzo. Pessina. It's good from the Italians. And they've worked it out to the left-hand side. Pellegrini. DeMarco. DeMarco switch. Fratesi. Oh, Ward-Prowse slides in. It goes loose, but across the box. Oh, Scamacca swivels on the ground where Steve Bull scored about 500 of those. Smashes that one over the crossbar. Just snatches at that. Rice is covering fairly well. It's not a great strike by Scamacca, though, is it? Balances off, isn't it? Yeah. Leaning back. Up and over, hey? Dave Bickler sung Eye of the Tiger. There we go. Always fact check everything. Especially with these rock bands from the 70s and 80s that have 18 different lineups. What's Italian for this? That's my eyes. Shocking. If Bale goes to Cardiff, do you think he can carry his one-man team? Probably. Yes. James crosses the back post. So Stirling nearly gets a head on it. Mount recycles. Trippier. Oh, poor touch by Stirling. Oh, who you think wins? Thank you, Peter. I'd make the Italians favourites after watching this first half. We'll see which of the managers is most bothered and sticks in some of the bigger names. To be fair, I think England have got a few more of their bigger names on the bench than the Italians maybe have. It ain't great, is it? In addition to his wide vocal range, Bickler's trademark looking. I told you he was wearing a beret, didn't I? Oh, he sang real minutes. Oh, that's excellent stat. Football isn't winning. Di Lorenzo has got the throw in for Italy. 43 gone. Little touch around the corner by Scamacca. Best thing he's done this game, the big guy. He's going to wrap one in the top corner from 30 yards, isn't he, Scamacca? The more I mock his performance today. Trippier heads that away. Fratesi thought about the big 30-yarder. Grealish gets in there. Grealish keep that in? Apparently so. Big hoof down the ground by Tomori. And England can't keep hold of the ball now, can they? I mean, they've had good spells, England, where they've had plenty of the ball, but now he's not one of them. Here is Pessina. It's cut back to him. Pessina comes inside, tipped over the bar by Ramsdale. There you go. He wants some positivity. Ramsdale's done well, hasn't he? Everything. He came out and closed down Fratesi for that chance. Fratesi should have scored, shouldn't he? And decent save from the one from Tonali. Another save there. I mean, it's down his throat. Isn't an easy save, but he's doing all he can, Ramsdale. Should we give him man of the match now from an England point of view? Go on into the Italians. Pellegrini, 44-23 on the clock. Corner. Pellegrini curls it in. Maguire headed clear. DeMarco. Oh, nice looking cross there. Maguire does well to head that one away. Abraham showing the centre halves how to do it there at the back. Maguire with another header clear. Oh, Grealish gets in Abraham's way. Oh, it's embarrassing. Oh, great block by Tomori. Hit on a volley by Locatelli and another good save by Ramsdale. That would have been a really cringeworthy goal if Grealish and Abraham bashing into each other made us. Oh, it's terrible. It was Pessina then with the shot. Great block by Fikayo Tomori. Actually, good save there by Ramsdale because that is going in the corner from Locatelli. It's half time, guys. 0-0. It looks a lot like a friendly, doesn't it? Get your thoughts in on it. Little bit slow paced. Both teams staying in shape for a lot of the half, but there were chances. There should have been goals in this one. Frattesi should have scored early on for the Italians. Tonali as well. Mount had a decent chance, hit the crossbar. Abraham nearly stolen from a poor pass out by Donnarumma. But I think people are not entertained by the slow pace of the game and the unwillingness, to break ranks and move off and out of shape. I know Mount sort of tried to rotate. James has tried to get forward down the right-hand side. Let's have a look at the numbers and then we can get your comments in over half time. So SofaScore will tell us possession 56% in England's favour. 8 shots to 6 for England, 3 on target. 2 big chances apiece. So maybe it's a little bit more even than I'm giving it credit for. But yeah, just a bit of a internationally slow pace, isn't it? So, yes. Should we go straight into the comments then, guys, and keep things rolling through half time? Get your comments in right now. What we will do, should we just have a quick look at what else is going off in the Nations League? So in England's group, it is Hungary 1, Germany 1, Naj and Hoffman scoring in that one. Netherlands 0, Poland 1, Aston Villa's former Nottingham Forest. Matty Cash has scored the goal. And oh god, well, their games earlier as well. Been busy sorting out my garage today. Ukraine 3, Armenia 0, Malinovsky, Karavayev, and Mikolenko of Everton with the goals. Ireland 3, Scotland 0. Brown of Preston, Parrott of MK. Or Spurs, really. Obafemi of Swansea. Nice championship flavour on that one. Let's get into your comments then. Topic at halftime. Let's do it. Anything you want, go for it. Look, there's Hulk Hogan. I'm not going to read his name there. What do you think of the full stadium during this game? I don't understand the question. It's not a full stadium, isn't it? For Stirling to be any real use, we need a lot of the ball and we need to move it quickly. Sterling's game is joining in, making that last run, running off the back. And yeah, there's been a couple of good moments for Stirling and James building up. That chance that they made for Grealish came from that. But you see Sterling's quality when he gets on the ball just hasn't happened enough. Let's just have a little look and see what the stats are telling us about England players' involvement. Can you see that? I need to press the right button, don't I? There we go. So SofaScore's got Reece James as the highest rated player. There, let me bring up because we see touches. So yeah, you can see, look down at the bottom there. Only Aaron Ramsdale has had less touches than Tammy Abraham. So he's not really managed to get in the game. And you can see Maguire at the back's had the most touches, and we've had a lot of possession in front of the Italians. I suppose that bodes well. 2 key passes from Grealish, says he's doing something vaguely well in terms of creativity. Raheem Sterling, big chance created in there as well. Great deal to report, though. Is it really? What else shall we say in the chat here? The chat is more exciting than the match. Southgate should get Bowen on for Raheem. Yeah, that might well happen, Finley. You've got to remember that Stirling's captain, so he's probably going to get at least 70 minutes in that respect. Is her name Jules? I like her suit a lot, actually. The Channel 4 presenter's got a really awesome green suit on. Very nicely tailored, too. Very dapper-looking suit that she's wearing. I'm a fan. With no Summer World Cup. I hate close season Saturdays. Not long to go, Iain. Not long. It is the 11th of June. We'll be starting very, very soon. Showing that Mason Mount chance. Hit the crossbar. I thought he was unlucky, Mount, there. I know you can argue because of the proximity to goal that it's a good chance, but he done the good work, hits it first time, hits the crossbar, works the keeper, all of that stuff. But yes, you would love him to find the corner, wouldn't you? Let's say a big thank you to Sean. At this stage now, I owe Sean about 20 pints, I think. €10 on the super chat. Thank you so much, Sean. Very, very kind. When we meet, I will get you one. Reminds me why I lost interest in international. Stay in the chat, though, Sean. Good bunch of people in here in the chat. By the way, do hit that like button. In fact, let's do a like spike right now because we've got some good numbers watching. Please, if you're watching here during halftime, hit the like button. Let's get ourselves a like spike. We're on 72 likes. See if you can get us up to 100 likes. That would be tremendous. Helps us with all the rankings and all of that nonsense on YouTube. What else have we got here? Simple chess indeed. Certainly the chess I play simple. Honestly, mate, what do you think of Southgate football? I did a video on this yesterday. I get the reason why it is the way it is, because in 2018, we weren't very good and he built from the back three and worked on set plays. And I do agree with the criticism that Southgate gets in respect of could it have developed a bit more now with, you know, people like Foden and Stirling and Walker and Grealish all at Man City and Trent and Henderson at Liverpool with Klopp and James and Mount and the boys at Chelsea. So, yeah, I would have wanted it to develop a little bit more than it has. But I'm not as negative as many people are. I get why he started it out that way, but I think he could have developed it a little bit more, is my honest thought. And I'm always honest on the channel. If I had a garage, I think I'd go and clean it about now rather than come back from the second half. Yeah, I tell you what, John, come and clean my garage during the second half. Liam, what do you think of our transfer business Bristol City so far? I'll keep my powder dry on that. I'll do a transfer update video probably next couple of days. Liam, we should get some good stuff going through. What chance Southgate makes a change at halftime? Bit of energy from Bellingham and Saka. Slim. Vindaloo. I don't think there'll be a change at halftime, will there? I think he'll wait 10 minutes into the half, won't he? I don't know. Did he make changes at halftime? I think he had to bring James Justin out the other night, but that was an injury. Maybe. What else have we got here? Got tickets for Tuesday, sold out. Excellent. I think I'll go home and watch some paint dry. Everyone's loving this game, aren't they? 92 likes. Thank you, everybody. Better passing at least, struggling to break down the good structure of Italy. I mean, you make a good point there, Alistair. The Italians, in a lot of times when England have got possession, won't be too unhappy, will they? They stay in shape. Although England have played through just a couple of times, haven't they? Particularly when Stirling and James have managed to work something. Would you shave your head if it meant England won the World Cup? It's difficult because how would you guarantee that? You know, there'd have to be something that accurately predicted the future, and I'd probably use it for better things than predicting football matches, to be honest. Here we go. Here it is. CV game. Man United, Sampdoria, QPR, Stuttgart, Doncaster, Birmingham, Cardiff, Forest, Navarra, Panathinaikos. Well, I'm not getting that one. What era is that, Tom? I'm never getting it. Never. I'll leave that up a few seconds longer. Do hit subscribe, by the way. I think we're close to 23,000 subscribers. I think I can look on my phone here. Let me look on my phone. I'll tell you how many subscribers we've got. On the channel, we've got, look, 22,989 subscribers, it says right here. So we're like 11 away. So do hit that subscribe button. Right, let's go back to the comments. Can we talk about the Derby takeover? What Derby takeover, Alistair? The Derby takeover I've been hearing about since September. Yeah. Rather Jimbo. Look at what you could have won, hey? Deary me. I can tell you lot have all got cabin fever watching this. The comments are getting a bit crazy, aren't we? Here we go again, just like the Germany game. When did we go behind in the German game? It was in the second half, wasn't it? Well, there's Dominic Calvert-Lewin trying to sell me a razor. Can you sell me a razor that just shaves out all grey hair, Dom? That'd be... Oh, there's 3 Dominic Calvert-Lewins. Dominic Calvert-Lewin cubed there. I'm not going to read that. You can't call them morons, Philip. Donnarumma wised up to Abraham's press very early on, disappeared since. There's a couple of times where he was like, come on then, I fancy it. Penny, hope you and the family are good. We're lovely. We had a bit of a chaotic day, like I was saying, lots of garage clearing and basically I can't make decisions on my own, can I? I needed Shaylee's say-so, which meant, looking after Enid was fun today as ever. Who would be? Oh, that's a great question. Who would be my starting 11 in the first game in Qatar? If it was me, or if I was picking for Gareth Southgate, I can tell you what I think Gareth Southgate will do. And it will be Pickford in goal. It will be Stones, Maguire, Walker, probably Trippier, Shaw, if Trippier plays down the right. Rice, Phillips, Kane, Stirling, and Mount will probably be the first 11. What else have we got in here in the chat? Sean, always in the chat when I can. Enjoy the banter and the informed comment. Your legend, Sean. I've had it, John. Turned off, letting the missus watch the soap awards. Is it the British Soap Awards tonight? Can we get some Neighbours comments, please? Neighbours is finishing after 37 years. Shaylee was telling me all about this. So I Googled the top 10 ever episodes of Neighbours, and there's about 8 weddings, 12 murders, 5 explosions. Crazy stuff. Neighbours, hey? Play the piano at half time. I've got no speaker in today, Luke. So there you go. There's a D major chord. But yeah, nothing doing there. Ragazzo, Italiano. As an Italian, I wish we had Abraham up front. Our number 9s are truly shocking. Yeah, Scamacci has not played well, has he? Tonight, I'm trying to think of Christian Vieri was a decent Italian number. He was Australian, wasn't he? Christian Vieri by birth. There we go. On the subject of championship, Kane Wilson to Bristol City. Yeah, well, Liam was asking about that, wasn't he? Any more comments here? I'm here to avoid Derby news. Okay, we'll say no more. Nearly. Excellent. We're getting some Neighbours comments here. Harold Bishop, Cole Kennedy, Neighbours, the Aussies. I'd rather Harold Bishop as manager. Harold Bishop, hey. What else have we got in the chat? There is Roberto Mancini, who won the Euros with the Italians. Pointing to somebody up in the stand there. Having a lovely old time, isn't he? Can you tell me the reasoning behind this competition? It's David Platt he's waving at. So David Platt would have played with Roberto Mancini at Sampdoria, wouldn't he? David Platt played for Bari, Juventus, and Sampdoria in Italy. I tell you what, if you want to perv over a brilliant football team, look up some of those Sampdoria teams in the early 90s, particularly the one that got to the European Cup final. They lost at Wembley, didn't they, to Barcelona? The one with Attilio Lombardo. in. Pietro Verkovod. I think Ruud Hullet went there as well, didn't he? Mancini himself. Some brilliant teams there. Sampdoria had fallen down a rabbit hole of tears for fears. Tremendous. And I'm not embarrassed to admit it. What you say on Auzathoth, is it? And Smith sounds like a front pair for Fulham. I very much like Tears for Fears. Do they do Everybody Wants to Rule the... It's Scottish, Tears for Fears. I could be completely wrong about that. Up the Toadfish. Lou Carpenter. How about a Chelsea player to score next? Abraham counts as former Chelsea player. Bits will be on that over at betfair.com, won't he? Bring David Platt. I tell you what, David Platt loved an England international goal, wouldn't he? How many League One players are in with a chance of making the World Cup and going? Very few, I would have thought, Chris. Maybe for some of the minor nations. Who is that? Can someone look that up? Who's that tattooed on Skamach's neck? He's got a massive tattoo of a woman on his neck there. Can someone Google that for us? Platt and Waddle. Yeah. Waddle play in Italy? Played in France, didn't he, for Marseille? Waddle. What a player. What did I miss? Half time, you missed some great chat. I'll tell you what you did miss. I've got the laptop here and the battery's run out. So I can't count the likes anymore, which is annoying. It doesn't tell me up here, does it? It tells me I've got live viewers, which is great. Right. Second half has started. Are you ready for this, everyone? Brace yourself for the entertainment spectacle it is. England 0, Italy 0. I'm watching on Channel 4 HD. Give us your thoughts throughout the second half. We'll get your timestamp ASAP. We've got 102 likes. Excellent. Tattoo of Shaylee on my neck. Yes. I've been banned from getting any more tattoos. Not allowed, I've been told. Right, let's bang through these teams real quickly whilst the... well, maybe I should tempt fate into a goal occurring. Although England are attacking down the left-hand side. Ramsdale in goal. He's played all right in the first half, hasn't he? James Maguire, Tomori, Trippier, Rice, Ward-Prowse, Sterling, Mount, Grealish, Abraham. The Italians, Donnarumma, Di Lorenzo, Getty, Acerbi, DiMarco, Tonali, Locatelli, Frattesi, Pessina, Scamacca, Pellegrini. 9 changes for the Italians. And England fringe players, Ramsdale, Tomori, Ward-Prowse, Abraham, all getting a vital start here. Yes, let's tempt fate. There's never going to be any goals in this game. It's definitely going to be 0-0. Woof. Try the on-off button. Not doing it. We'll get your time sync probably going into minute 47. James, Mount, Tomori. Oh, I missed the timestamp. Boo. Given away. And here come the Italians on the counter. Pellegrini. Pellegrini tries to slip it through. Chance on the edge of the box, arriving there with the left foot. Pessina. There's a coming together just before then. It just rolled back. Just that one pass from Locatelli just broke the lines. It's good play by Rice. He does busy himself in defensive positions, doesn't he? Foul on Stirling. Yellow cards out for Gatti. Polish referee saying, look, he grabbed a hold of him. Right, we're going to be at 48 minutes. I'll count you down 3, 2, 1. In 3, 2, 1, sync. Get yourself lined up if you're watching on all 4 on your smart TV. Tends to not quite be in sync with the TV feed. Grealish. Trippier crosses in, headed away by Gatti. Ward-Prowse, Rice. Tomori. Harry Maguire with a huge hoof down the ground. A super stream of Soccer Aid would be great banter. Do you know, I've never watched Soccer Aid. At least we could guarantee this game will be played at a faster pace than Soccer Aid will. I don't know if I can bring myself to do it. Whoever was asking there, John. James, surely a foul there by Pellegrini. There's going to be a free kick to England right on halfway. Maguire. What's he going to do with it? Absolutely nothing. Come on, Harry. He just launches it forward. It's a dreadful free kick by Maguire. One back by the Italians. I'm off to the Binley Mega Chippy. Someone get me a season ticket for the Binley Mega Chippy. Do they just literally sell chips, battered sausage? Is it a fish and chip shop or you get kebab or something? Clip down the middle. Oh, Ramsdale. Cool as you like there. Comes out, chests it down. I say cool as you like. He slips over as he clears it left-footed. Mount in the drop zone trying to sweep that up. Heavy first touch by Mason Mount. As Serby goes home. I'd rather he did an EastEnders watch-along than Soccer Aid. To Noel. Switched to the back stick. Reece James, easy header away. Stirling, Maguire, good ball out to James. Sterling's got it again. How can a chippy go viral? Because they do very big potato fritters. There we go. Grealish, 1v1 with Di Lorenzo. Grealish comes inside. Grealish ahead of James. Crossing position for Reece James. So back to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse. Mount back to Ward-Prowse. And again, the Italians just get into good defensive shape, don't they? Press every pass. And England have to go all the way back to Tamori. Maguire. Mount. Italy has over 1,500 lakes. Unbelievable scenes. This is where the chat's got to now. Here is Abraham. Grealish. Grealish, little dinko. It's a lovely ball by Grealish. James, nice first touch. James crosses in. Abraham. Oh, Stirling. How has he missed that? Oh, dear. I think that might have been a worse miss than Frattesi's in the first half. Oh, Sterling's got to score. That's brilliant. Great ball by Grealish. Really good cross by Reece. A brilliant cross by James. And it's just an absolute sitter for Stirling, isn't it? Oh, I was saying he never lets England down, does he? I was saying the guy you want joining in on the end of stuff is him, if it's not Harry Kane. Bad miss by Stirling then. Apologies if connectivity is struggling. Hopefully the picture will improve imminently. It's been all right all night, hasn't it? Don't feel the need to mention it in the chat. Yeah, it looks like it's all right again. My apologies. Fun facts here is the equivalent of a Mexican wave. Yes. 1,500 lakes. Even you got 80. Nicely done, Chris. Nicely done. Oh, dear. Abraham has gone down. He's holding his ankle. Up you get, Tammy. Hopefully that's just a... He just put his weight heavily down on it, I think. Yeah. You break your foot doing that, to be fair. Hope he's okay. Italy's highest mountain is Mount Blanc. Keep the fun facts coming, Eugene. Tremendous. Wish the connectivity issues to Channel 4 would have. If you were doing the IT, they would, John, wouldn't they? Oh, dear. Keep the comments coming. Let's do a straw poll in the chat. So give me either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, okay, on your emojis. Get your emojis ready. Will we get a goal in this game? Thumbs up if you think we're going to get a goal in this game. Thumbs down if you don't think we're going to get a goal. Get them in there in the chat. Straw poll. Thumbs up if you think we're going to get a goal in this game. Thumbs down for a 0-0. Get them in the chat there. See what the consensus is. Thumbs up if you think we're going to get a goal. Thumbs down if not. Grealish, corner of the box. Mount tries to feed the cross in. Blocked by Locatelli. Trippier. Mount. Decent ball to Ward-Prowse. Get your thumbs up or your thumbs down in the chat. Oh, nice feed by Grealish. Stirling. Stirling hits the shot. Easy save by Donnarumma. Right. Thumbs down, 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 up, down. What's that bit? Thumbs up, down, up. What is that, Phil? Is that in the middle? Is that fingers in your ears? Stop my talking. Up, up. There we go. Bruh, you fake England fans, we will score. I'm sure anyone's a fake England fan, Will. I hope they do score. Hope you're right. Admire your confidence. 55-12 on the clock. Can't read that, Iain, can I? I think we will see Harry Kane, though, to your point. Come on, Channel 4 has spent all the money on getting the rights for these games. They want Harry Kane playing, don't they? Some more thumbs up, some thumbs down. We're fairly mixed. We may get a goal. We should have had a couple of goals. Neither side's got their shooting boots on, have they? Tonali, Locatelli. Who's going to be the first manager to go to the bench? Maybe that heavy foot landing there from Tammy Abraham might mean that we see Harry Kane earlier than expected. All three of Europe's active volcanoes are in Italy. Keep the fun facts coming, guys. I'll read them out if they tickle my fancy. The more bored you are, the more mundane I want your fun facts to be, okay? Italy is one of Western Europe's youngest countries. Reece James throws it in. Abraham gets robbed. Pellegrini. James fouls Pellegrini. Gives it a glare to Tammy Abraham there. Thinks he got sold down the river a little bit. Locatelli. He goes all the way home to Donnarumma. Donnarumma, floaty goal kick, looking for the reasonably anonymous. Don't want to tempt fate. Scamaccia up top. Here's Grealish, drives forward. Grealish, positive run by Grealish. This comes off the heel of Di Lorenzo. It's going to be an Italy throw in the right back area. Positive from Grealish, but yeah, the end product wasn't quite there, was it? DeMarco. Tonali, who had his good chance in the first half, saved by Ramsdale. Acerbi. Switch of play. The world's smallest country is within Italy, the Vatican City. Also, Italians consume 1.4 billion espressos every year. Keep them coming. Abraham down the left, good feet by Tammy. Oh, lovely back heel by Mount. Abraham can't control it. He's having a horrible... Abraham just gets the ball smashed in his face from about 1 yard away. Oh, that looked painful. Oh, now I have to watch a slow motion of this. Oh, that's got to hurt. Oh, ouch. I'll be off work for a week with that one, I think. Italy shares land borders with 6 countries. Oh, Helen, you should have said name them. Yeah, France, Switzerland, Austria. No one would have got Slovenia, would they? Vatican City and San Marino. Keep them coming. Italy's last king ruled for just 36 days. Was it Brian Clough? Was that 44 days or something? Modern birthplace of pizza is southwestern Italy's Campania region. Home to the city of Naples, founded around 600 BC. It's tremendous. Your fun facts about Italy are entertaining me greatly here. I'll try and keep commentating on the game, but dear me. Tourists throw €3,000 into the Trevi Fountain every day. Excavation machinery is 19th on the list of things Italy export. Excellent. Italy won the Eurovision Song Contest last year and hosted it this year. I quite like the... it was like a rock band, wasn't it, that won it? Here is Grealish, 60 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. Maguire, Stirling. Huge chance for Stirling. Should have scored in this second half. Grealish remains 0-0. Grealish, nice feed, looking for Abraham. Good defending. Very good defending because he's drawn a foul as well. "13 of Shakespeare's 38 plays are set in Italy, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene," or whatever the words are. I can't remember. Name 10 Italian acts other than Eurovision winners who have made the UK pop charts. Eiffel 65 Italian, Chris. Blue and Italian pop acts. The Italian talk is convincing me to order pizza. Excellent. £23 of pasta is eaten by an Italian each year. This is wonderful. Ferrero consumes a quarter of the total hazelnut production worldwide. Grealish comes into the box, cleared away by DeMarco. DeMarco, big hoof down the line. Scamaccia, oh, lovely takedown by Scamaccia, the number 9. Drives forward. Has he got a pass on? Oh, lovely back heel. Great play by Scamaccia. Here is Pessina, edge of the box. Close him down, boys. Locatelli. Pellegrini, little dink. Lovely ball. Oh. It was Di Lorenzo getting into the box. Lovely little float over from Pellegrini. It looked like he just needed a little nod across the box. He's onside, isn't he? To be fair, he wasn't in a position to header that, was he? If he can just cushion that across, which is what he's trying to do. It's good defending by Trippier, isn't it? Then Pessina's got an absolute tap in there, hasn't he? Ramsdale just finishing the deal there on the near post. Corner to the Italians, but we are going to get our first substitution. This corner is going to occur first, and it comes from Pellegrini. Gatti was on the end of it. It's out with Locatelli. DeMarco pops it back into Frattesi. And another foul by Tammy, who's racking them up now. I think we're going to get these Italian substitutions. So, on is coming Esposito and I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Nonto. I'll assume the G is silent. Because it's not like anyone ever complains about pronunciation in the chat, is it, eh? Locatelli is coming off. And Nonto, number 11, is replacing him. Esposito is also coming on. As Pellegrini went out, so I'm assuming Nonto's going to go left wing. Esposito into the middle. Esposito. Calvin Phillips and Jared Bowen are coming on as well for England. And so is Harry Kane. Off comes Tammy. Kane comes on. Bit of a nondescript game from Abraham tonight. He'll be disappointed he didn't do more with that chance in the first half. Declan Rice is coming out, so Calvin Phillips will replace him, which means we get to see a double pivot of Ward-Prowse and Phillips. I think Mason Mount came out as well. So it'll be interesting to see who's going to go and play number 10. I assume it'll be Grealish, but we'll find out in just a second. Looks like Bowen's gone to the right. Maybe Stirling will play number 10. We'll find out imminently. DeMarco, though, gets into the box. DeMarco crosses it. That's a good ball. Trippier hoiks it up in the air. Gnonto's there. Grealish seems to be over to the left. So I'm going to assume Stirling is playing number 10. And Bowen is going to play down the right and Grealish will stay left. I cannot confirm that yet because we haven't seen a wide shot of the pitch since the substitutions were made. So, 2 subs for the Italians. Esposito in for Locatelli and Gnonto in for Pellegrini. For England, Kane in for Abraham, Bowen in for Mount, and Phillips in for Declan Rice. Sorry, lots of fun facts were coming in then. I was focusing on the subs. Who do those 2 Italian subs play for? I'm sure you already know, most of you in the chat, but I'll tell you. Does one of them really play in Serie B? Spal. Wow. Interesting. That would be Esposito. Who does Gnonto play for? FC Zurich. So none of them playing Serie A. Here's Jared Bowen. Bowen feeds it out to Grealish. Grealish holds on to it, knocks it back into Ward-Prowse, who drives in the shot, and it goes wide. Does that one take a deflection? It's good from Bowen. Nice and positive start. The Italian army developed the first gearbox to contain only reverse gears. I think this game's only got reverse gears, hasn't it? Phillips. Big diag, looking for Bowen. Bowen on the right wing. He's looked full of beans since he's come on. Bowen into the box. Tried to play it into Kane, who gives him the thumbs up. Just blocked out, wasn't it? Fratesi and Tonali clears. Scamaccia holds it up. Harry Maguire comes all the way with him and fouls him. He's a big unit, isn't he, Scamaccia? And there is David Platt, the archetypal goal-scoring midfielder. How many goals did David Platt score in that last season for Aston Villa when Graham Taylor was manager? Like 1989-90? I reckon he scored like 25 from midfield. Unbelievable. It's an interesting pass by Frattesi. Boots it diagonally, loops it across the pitch. It's headed back home. Do hit the like button, guys. Although I think I'm going to have to put it on my phone here so I can see how we're getting along. Foul on DeMarco. The Italians just taking over somewhat now. How do I see how many likes we've got? 112. Unbelievable. Do hit the like button, guys. Let's see if we can get us past 112. I think we've got up to 150 likes a couple of times. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Luke. 113. Oh, ouch. Platt scored that goal versus, yeah, what a player. Oh, fed into Nonto. Nonto puts it into the side netting. Scamaccia on the back post holds his head. He had a tap in. If he could get it across the box, although to be fair, that would have been eye of the needle stuff. Italian 90 was Italian 90 was brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah. Tremendous. Yeah, absolutely brilliant World Cup, wasn't it? Sensational. This one maybe go. Should we stop it now, Liam? Go straight to penalties. Throw in to the Italians down the right-hand side. Can I just say a big well done to all of you? You have now done 70 minutes of this game, which has been a little bit dull, hasn't it? We should have had goals, though, to be fair. Stirling should have scored. Frattesi should have scored. Tonali probably should have scored. Between Mount and Abraham, we should have had a goal in the first half as well. Italia with 90 was really poor until play. You mean from an England point of view? Because it wasn't. Literally the first game, Cameroon beat Argentina, didn't they? But from an England point of view, yes. But the groups were tremendous. Young Prosinecki playing for Yugoslavia, Valderrama playing for Colombia, Roger Miller for the Cameroons. Oh, don't start me on Italian 90. I'll go all day. Was it Skiravi or Lubos Kubik scored a hat-trick of headers as well for the Czechs? What a World Cup. And then the Argentinians knocked out the Brazilians in the round of 16, didn't they? Oh, and Rudy Voller and Frank Reich. Was it Rudy Voller and Frank Rijkaard? Oh, yes. SO coins. Unbelievable. Lothar Matthäus scored that brilliant goal at the San Siro. West Germany played all their games at the San Siro, didn't they? Oh, don't start me on Italian 90. Why have you done that, chat? Here's Grealish. Grealish comes inside. Little roll back to Sterling. Sterling into the box. Drives past. Sterling was looking for that trick that's won him loads of penalties there, but Di Lorenzo wasn't buying it, was he? Wishing Sterling wins so many penalties doing that. Grealish. Phillips. What's my favourite Italian dish, Tom? Do you know, I like a calzone. It's the guy in Parks and Recreation who loves the guy Adam Scott plays. I can't remember what the character's called. Loves a calzone. Cameroon. This comes up on the Blue Monday podcast a lot. Benjamin Massing did try and nearly decapitate Claudio Caniggia with some of the best hair footballers ever seen. The World Cup that gave us Nessun Dorma. Woof. Italian 90 has the lowest. Yeah, it was a defensive World Cup, wasn't it? Quality over quantity. Both of the semi-finals went to penalty shootouts. Not that I wanted to remind anybody about that, but there you go. 73:30 on the clock here. England 0, Italy 0. Chat, tonight you have been magnificent. in a very end-of-season international friendly. Here's Bowen. Bowen knocks it back out to Phillips. Phillips to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse to Stirling. Ward-Prowse closed down. Good press from the Italians. Tamori. Oh, poor giveaway from Tamori. Pessina nicks past Calvin Phillips. Phillips closes down. And yeah, Phillips did well there to cover that. Fikayo Tamori just got robbed, didn't he? South Africa World Cup was 12 years ago today. God, I remember I was studying at the Colchester Institute then. Like, or was I? Was I working there? I was probably working there, wasn't I? Yeah, I wouldn't have been studying 12 years ago, would I? God, I'm old. Maguire. Are we getting a goal? Yeah, I remember that penalty. It was pretty rubbish by Peter Shilton, wasn't it? Did it? No, they did play. Yeah, Shilton made a mistake in the. Remember Chris Woods? Because he played a few of the. Sir Bobby played a few of the reserve players in the third place playoff, didn't he? Ward-Prowse, Phillips. Grealish drives forward. Grealish, James, Grealish, Maguire, big switch of play. Trippier. Good defending by the very powerful Gatti of Juventus. Heartily recommend the book. All played out by Peter. That sounds good. Is that an audio book, Rich? Send me a link for that. Tony Dorigo got an assist for the England goal. Wow. I was in Heathrow flying to the Dominican Republic. Nice. Raspadori has come on for Scamaccia, who hasn't mugged me off and smashed one in the top corner. He's had a quiet old night, Scamaccia, hasn't it? Bukayo Saka's going to come on for England for the final quarter of an hour or so of this one. Raspadori, number 22, is on. Another Sassuolo player, Fratesi. I'm sure there was another one as well. Scamaccia replaced Sassuolo player. I'm guessing Grealish is going to come out for Saka. Acerbi, Donnarumma, pressed by Ward-Prowse. When will it all end, Ben? Please comfort me. About 15 minutes, Mike. You can go and watch the World Soap Awards or whatever they call. Caldari di Ortano in Italy has free red wine fountain and is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sounds like my kind of place, Simon. Does that attract a certain type of clientele, the free red wine fountain? Maguire, good defending, gets that cleared out. I'll tell you what, let's do some tempting fate. Let's see what 0-0 does. Let's go to the live league table. We know you will love the live league table here on the channel. So England would still be bottom of the group with no wins and only one goal. It's not been a good start, has it, to these Nations League games? Defeat to Hungary. Decent enough result on the surface to Germany. Here comes Harry Kane into the box left-hand side. Kane holds it up. Grealish back to Kane. Kane, little dink. Sterling. Kane. Sterling. Kane. Oh, over the crossbar. Ugh. Since 1905, there have been a total of 15 notable quakes in Italy. We need a theme tune for this, don't we? Raheem Sterling's coming out. I thought Grealish would come out for Saka. So maybe Grealish is going to go and play number 10 now. Saka comes in for Sterling. Sterling was the captain tonight. He should have scored, shouldn't he? That chance laid on for him by Reece James. My favourite Italian team was Sampdoria, only because of Platt and Des. Well, they had great kits, Sampdoria, as well, didn't they? I once met Attilio Lombardo when he was playing for Crystal Palace, actually. Phillips tries to play a diagonal, very ostentatious 30-yard header back to Donnarumma from Di Lorenzo. And Donnarumma looks like he wants to go home, as do most of us. But we've got to keep this chat going on. Maguire has got it at the back. Ramsdale. Actually, I stand corrected. It looks like Saka's gone to the right. Oh, no, they're moving around now. Oh, Bowen's just getting his instructions. Where is Saka going? Grealish doesn't look sure what he's supposed to be doing. Maybe Saka's gone to play number 10. We'll figure it out in a second. Nonto chases through. Good tackle by Tomori. Well played, fella. Eiffel 65, Manskin, Pavarotti, Ride on Time. Were they Italian, were they? Ding, 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 ding. Very innovative song, that. Loads of sampling on that. I think James Ward-Prowse is about to get a yellow card. Yes, indeed. Joe Dolce was Italian. Does that count? England 0, Italy 0, 81 minutes gone. We are heading towards our inexorable, 0-0 draw. But the chat has been brilliant. It's not been the most fascinating affair, has it? We should have had goals, though, shouldn't we? Some poor chances, or some good chances missed by some poor finishing, is the words I want to use. Joe Dolce was Australian. There we go. Black Box had a fake front lead singer. What, like Milli Vanilli? Renee and Renata, that might work, mightn't it? Come on, give us our top, what was it, Chris? Top 10 Italian, 10 people to have hits in. I can't think what the criteria for the question was. Does anyone actually care about these? We love it, Tim, don't we? If we win. Trippier, Grealish. Kane just got a clever little shove in the back there. Ball goes round him. Phillips, nice tackle, but then he gives it away. Esposito does well. And Donnarumma. Donnarumma is so checked out of this game, hasn't he? He's just sticking his foot through everything, going, go on. We're done. Where's Burns? On for Wales for his second cap. Excellent. Stick 10 grand on the transfer fee there, Luke. We like it. Phillips. Maguire. James. He's going to have to go home, isn't he? All the way home. Let's do some, positives for tonight. Go. I'll start with one. Ramsdale's done well, hasn't he? Tomori could be getting a clean sheet. There's been a few shaky moments from Tomori. Ward-Prowse. Actually, there we go. Can you rank our 4 fringe players? I would have Ramsdale, then Tomori, then Ward-Prowse, and then Abraham on their performance. Let me know. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? I think Ramsdale's played the best of the 4 of them, followed by Tomori, followed by Ward-Prowse, followed by maybe you'd have those 2 the other way around, followed by Abraham. Let me know what you think. You agree with me on that one. It's over in about 7 minutes. That is a positive, isn't it? I might have me a little glass of red wine, hey? Phillips. James pokes it down the line, but it's gone out for an Italian throw. We are up to 84 minutes on the clock. DeMarco looks like he's in a bit of pain, but he's going to be good to continue. Looks like Mancini is going to bring on some more substitutes. What do I think to Southgate, Tim? I have done a whole video on this yesterday, so I will direct you to that. We do a deep dive on Southgate and the job and expectations. And despite outperforming a lot of his predecessors, could he do more? Could we be better? It's a good debate, isn't it? In the Italian job, 12 cars were used and destroyed. Nice. Here comes Jared Bowen into the box, gets tackled. Is that all the rest of them? Who was that? Giorgio Moroder. Was he Italian, Chris? He had loads of hits, didn't he? You know, like Produce Electric Dreams by the guy from the Human League. We'll always be together. However hard it seems. A great song that is. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. It's exactly how it goes. Ramsdale. Tamori. Rubbish ball by Tamori. Oh, this is where I get really confused. Another double sub by the... What is the name of that Italian assistant manager? The most brilliantly dressed and presented on any football bench anywhere. He's got his tactics iPad out, or is it Forde or something? We get another 2 substitutes. I don't think any of the fringe players have done enough to claim. No, I don't think they have. Although Ramsdale's shown that if he is going to get thrown in, I think he's going to be absolutely fine. Right, Florenzi in for DeMarco. That's my pen's going to run out as well. That's my patience. Cristante in for Pessina. And Mark Guay's going to come on. He's played for England before, hasn't he? It's not his debut, is it? Fikayo Tamori comes out. It's probably championship stuff. There's Tamori, former Derby loanee. And Mark Guay obviously had 2 seasons at Swansea, didn't he? On loan before going to Palace this season. Oh, Kane knocks the hospital ball back into Guay just to test him out first ball. Right. I need to be up on these substitutes. So, Florenzi, number 7, came in for DeMarco. And Cristante, number 16, came in for Pessina. Grealish draws a foul. He's cross with that one. And ladies and gentlemen, it's nearly over. Alberico Ivani. There we go. Get style tips off that guy. He looks awesome. Are you a heavy metal fan? I don't mind it. I like deep purple. Does that count? Was that prog rock? Quite like Metallica. Iron Maiden, I like. Yeah, I only really like the big famous ones, to be fair. In 1992, looks an absolute stud now, for God's sake. Grealish. Nice turn. Oh, good play by Grealish. Trippier gives him give and go. He's got 2 Italian defenders on him. Phillips, Maguire, James, Maguire. Gray, Phillips, Grealish. Grealish knocks it inside. Is that a foul on Kane, or did he just slip? Kieran Trippier is appealing for a foul. Di Lorenzo, while he's on his knees, just comes through and swipes him as well. (1-1) Brennan Johnson. As if his season couldn't get any better. It's been emotional. Oh, you can't tap out now, Chris. You got 3 minutes of stoppage time to do. Right, James Ward-Prowse is spotting this ball. Can England house a winning goal here? And it comes from Ward-Prowse. Nice delivery. Oh, good defending. Cristante heads it out. Kane was going to be on the end of that, wasn't he? Corner for England. Another chance for Ward-Prowse. He's going to whip this in with that right foot. Look out for Kane on the... Oh, it goes right into the near post. There's a foul, I think. Was it Phillips? Just shoved his man off the ball there. Stephen, you legend. Thank you so much. Gigantic super chat. Very, very kind, Stephen. Thank you so much. Everybody give Luca a wave as well. You can see him in the picture there. He is our wonderful fan sponsor. You can see him there as well. Luca, I hope you're not too bored, mate. It's not been the best tonight, has it? I suppose at least in the Hungary game, we got some good old moaning going in the chat, whereas this one's just a 0-0. Unless we get some late goal. But thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Luca, as well. Here is Nonto. Tries to take on Trippier. Well, it doesn't actually. Trippier just runs him down the line. Oh, goes in low looking for Frattesi. He's just bumped over in the box. Nothing given. Oh, here's a counter for England now. Bowen's in the 10 position. It's 3-on-4. Oh, it's a good foul, that, isn't it? Tonoli with a tactical foul, taking one for the team there. There you go. Well done, Stephen Leah. Thank you very, very much. Oh, 10 likes off 150. Yeah, hit the like button, guys, before we... Come on, you all deserve a like from me as well for getting through this crap. Ben, I like your hair. Thank you, Christopher. Enjoy it before it goes grey. I am. It's been very windy where I live today. Trippier floats the free kick. Iain Maguire, big header back across. Does it fall for Kane? Ward-Prowse tries to recycle. Oh, Bowen's going to get a foul given against him there, isn't he? Yeah. Both players have gone down, Bowen and Nonto. Not the best tackle by Bowen, was it? Scrappy. It's a bit, isn't it? 150. Thank you, everybody. I want to see it for myself here. Oh, do I need to press refresh? Looks like I'm ruining my watch time here by doing this, aren't I? 150 likes here. Thank you, everybody. Why am I being advertised Piers Morgan? And it is all over, ladies and gentlemen. England 0, Italy 0. All a bit much of a muchness, wasn't it? Italy rest 9 players. England take out Harry Kane and John Stones and Jordan Pickford. A few of the sort of first teamers you'd expect to start not around tonight. There should have been goals in this game. Fratesi and Tonali had really good chances in the first half for Italy. In the first half for England, Mount hit the bar. Good chance for Abraham when he nicked it off Locatelli from Donnarumma's poor back pass out. Stirling definitely should have scored in the second half as well. Let's have a look at the numbers real quick, but I'm getting the impression you lot don't really care tonight. So England, 59 in their favour, 41 on the possession, 12 shots to 8, 4 to 3 on target, 2 corners apiece, 3 big chances to 2 in England's favour, 5 big chances in the game, 0 goals. The players did not have their shooting boots on. And England at the bottom of their UEFA Nations League group. But look, they've just played Italy and Germany and lost neither game. So look, something, isn't it? Now they need to go and beat Hungary again at the Molineux on Tuesday night. Get your final thoughts in, and we will disappear for the evening. See you later, Ben. I'm so disappointed with this team. Oh, it's close season. Take it for what it is. The chat's always more fun, isn't it? Yes, I'll be here on Tuesday, Stephen. I'm always here, aren't I? Well, that was, and that is, were it not for the stupid stream, the final whistle would have been my highlight of the game. Cheers. Well, thank you all for keeping me sane as well. That I would have well checked out on that one. I've been on my phone all the way through that game as well. Nil. You did say that at the start of the game, Jim, didn't you? No revenge, didn't win. There we go. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for keeping me sane during that game. We will be back on Tuesday night for England versus Hungary, which is going to be a rip-roaring, humdinger, mega entertainment extravaganza with goals galore and free-flowing football. You're all going to love it. So come and join. Make sure you hit like before you leave. If people say nice things in the chat, I'll stick them up in the advert at the end. I'm doing something for Blue Monday tomorrow as well. So if you want to hear me waffling about Ipswich, you can do so. We'll try and get that out maybe early in the week. And we'll do something for transfer updates and whatnot Monday, Tuesday, maybe. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for getting me through that. And it's a lovely big over and out from me. I dare you. Join me on Tuesday for England versus Hungary. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.